Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to Give and Take. We have got two home matches today. We've got Brighton and Liverpool. So, to be frank with you, expect me to lose quite a few players today, especially even with the Brighton game, because we have to play ex-Bolton player in Krellin, ex-Bolton player in Kieran Lee, and we have to play Jake Livermore, due to him having a cup tie for the last match, which is great. So so yeah, that is the plan today. So we do have Brighton. Apologies if the camera, there seems to be like a flare light thing. You guys might not notice it, but I definitely can, just seeing the preview of this. So I'm hoping it's okay, but if it's not, I do apologise and I hope to fix it in the future. This is the first video after my break, so if I feel a bit hectic, that's probably why. But without further ado, let's get into the game. Right, so we've done the team. We've got Krellin in goal, obviously, because we had no choice. We've got Ramsey, Bednarek, Stevens and Bertrand in defence, with Livermore and Lee joining Ward-Prowse in that midfield, because we have to play them as well. Then we've got DJ, who was the star of the last episode, Minamino and Ings up top. We also have a pretty strong bench, to be honest. A few players are missing out, unfortunately, for them. But I'm excited. I think let's just get into this. I'm quite excited. I'll probably put in Smallbone over OK. I don't know why, I just fancy it. So let's just get into this game and fingers crossed we can get a win. Right, so looking at the Brighton's lineup, they've got some really nice players. You've got the likes of Ben White, who obviously made the England squad. You've got Lewis Dunk, Adam Lallana, being a Liverpool fan, got a little soft spot for him. Danny Welbeck, we can also win. Lamptey, who I'm quite fond of. Obviously, then you're looking at our substitutes who we can't lose. We are risking a few of our big players here with Ward-Prowse and Ings and Minamino and DJ, but unfortunately, when you've got like three players who aren't so good, you really do need to risk a few of your good players. Right, so I'm going to tell them that just to go out there and impress me, and fingers crossed they do well. And it's live. Well, close enough to live anyway. So I'm a bit concerned about this game, to be honest. I feel like this is one of those games where it could go horribly, horribly wrong. And they've got a highlight just as I highlight the possibility of it going wrong for us. They have a highlight and going forward. There's Ben White, who, to be honest, I'd quite like to win. Lamptey is another one I'd actually quite like to win, who's got a bright future ahead of him, and I can imagine him doing well. As Ings put in a brilliant tackle there. Bertrand is trying to run up this left-hand side with Minamino. Come on, lads. Try and string something together. Oh, Danny Ings! Lewis Dunk with a mistake. Danny Ings! In it goes. That's Danny Ings' first goal of the season. Thank God for that. I was getting a bit concerned because he hadn't scored yet. Che Adams hadn't scored in the Premier League yet. But we picked up on the mistake. Minamino with a lovely run. He puts in a slightly bad ball in, but it forces a mistake by Lewis Dunk. And Danny Ings slots it away like he's eating his dinner. Does that even make sense? I don't even think that made sense. Like he's eating his dinner. You know, he couldn't finish his dinner. That's it. That's the saying, isn't it? It's finish his dinner. Like he could finish it. Yep, there we go. I mean, as I've been trying to work out how to say that, we've got another highlight. Hopefully it's to us. Kieran Lee in that midfield puts in a nice little pass to Danny Ings. DJ was making a run there, but Ings kind of ignored it. Back to Ward-Prowse into Danny Ings, who scores a second goal in this game. What a strike by Danny Ings. That means we're winning two players from Brighton and Hove Albion. Thank God for that. Unfortunately, if we win this by a lot of goals, that's a lot of Brighton players we're playing against Liverpool. But then again, we could probably lose those Brighton players almost immediately. But what a strike by Danny Ings. Ward-Prowse got the assist. I think, to be honest, he'll get credit for the work he did there, but I don't think he did that much. Ward-Prowse with the ball over the top. Stevens! Nearly slots it away. Nice little corner there. I'm chuffed to bits. This is going really well. I mean, obviously it could go horribly wrong. We still have had no players have their contract terminated yet. I don't want to curse it, but it still hasn't happened yet. But yeah, 2-0. I'm really happy with that. Outstretched arms. Tell him I'm really happy. And we can move forward. I don't really want to make many substitutions. I think the only one I could possibly make is Ramsey. But Ramsey isn't quite at that tired stage yet. So I don't really mind keeping him on for a bit. Bertrand with the throw into Minamino. Back to Bertrand. Into Kieran Lee with a nice little cross. DJ. Oh, to be honest, our new players haven't been doing that bad. Like, I mean, this is where we concede and stuff like that. Or not. Or a counter-attack. Danny Ings is on the attack. Here we go. Go on, Danny. Go on, Danny. I think someone surely made a run into the box at some point. Danny Ings puts it in Livermore. And it just gets booted away. And now they can go on to the counter-attack. But if they score from here, that is awful defending. And there we go. We've dealt with that well. But yeah, I mean, Krellin's in goal. He hasn't had much to do, thank God. Livermore's done decently. Kieran Lee has done alright. We haven't had anyone do badly, really, in this game, which is a bit of a worry if, let's say, they score, which fingers crossed they don't, but they are marching forward. McAllister into March. Marching forward and March. It's completely unintentional as well. I wish I could have credit for that, but that was completely unintentional. Alzate into Proper, back to Dunniwell. No, don't make a mistake there. Don't make a mistake. Please don't make mistakes. Please don't make mistakes. McAllister, Lamptey scores. There we go. I knew that was going to be a goal. Lamptey made the run. Stevens is having a really bad game. We can't afford to lose. But, however, with Lamptey scoring, there's a possibility that we're taking Lamptey straight off of them, which I would quite like. So tactical goal there, that I would call that. As there's another highlight, I don't really know who to take off, because normally in a normal game I'll probably take off DJ, but he's in big trouble if we concede again, and that's what we've got to consider. I might take off Minamino because he's on a yellow card. I don't want any contracts being terminated. DJ puts a weird ball in there. Minamino back to DJ. DJ into Ward-Prowse. Into Ramsey. Is he going to be able to put a cross in or not? Ward-Prowse. Ramsey again. Into Ward-Prowse. The cross goes in. Lee. Oh, we just can't seem to get that final ball away. DJ's got it. Oh, how did he miss? How did Danny Ings miss? How did Danny Ings miss that? Minamino's injured now. How bad would that injury? Lower leg injury. You really don't want to see that. So we're going to probably put on Scott Armstrong, I guess. And then switch sides of them two. So we're going to have DJ on this left-hand side. Armstrong probably as a inverted winger is probably the best thing we can do there. I'm trying to think who we could take off. I might take off Ramsey just for the sake, just for our own sake, really. Bring on Diallo, switch those two around, and play Ward-Prowse as a fullback. Play him as a ball-winning midfielder. Try and we can't have two ball-winning midfielders. Box to boxing. What I will do though is tell Ward-Prowse to cross more often, because his crossing is extremely high. It's 18. You really want him to utilise that. Except from that, I don't really know what to do. Let's just go in and hope that nothing bad happens from here. Ward-Prowse with the throw into Armstrong. To Diallo. Diallo back to Ward-Prowse. He's going to put a nice cross in. He does. Over to DJ. And DJ puts it in the back of the net. I'll wanna rock. DJ. My chair's broken, so it just started bobbling about. Can you hear that? I haven't fixed my chair. Something's broken on my chair, so it just every time I move it bobbles up and down on its own. I mean, I've just completely ignored the replay of the goal, but it was a nice goal. DJ scoring again and probably saving his bacon, to be honest. Bacon. With that, That puts a 2-goal cushion now, which is very, very nice. Puts the risk of a draw or a loss, lowers that risk. I was trying to find the words there. Kieran Lee into Scott Armstrong, into Diallo. Diallo's come on and done well. Ings into DJ. DJ, he has to finish his dinner. I used it in the right context that time. He has to finish that. That's bad. That is poor. I don't really know what to do here. I'm trying to look on my bench who I might want to bring on, maybe help their fitness. The only one would be Salisu or something like that. Maybe improve the middle, bring off Kieran Lee for Smallbone and see how that works. It's not much difference between the two of them, to be honest, but I'm hoping that just works. I might just praise the team for their performance just before the end, hopefully forcing another attack, which it might do actually. Ward-Prowse, DJ, March puts it away. Hopefully we can spring a decent attack here. Ward-Prowse has got it. Into Diallo, back to Ward-Prowse. I need them to make a run. DJ does make that run. Can he put the cross in? Can he put the cross in? He doesn't put the cross in. He doesn't put the cross in at all. Completely waste the chance there. And we have to go again. I mean, if we could take 4 players from Brighton, that would be incredible. Would really flesh out this squad. As Diallo just made a mistake, as I've been praising him. March has got it. Krellin with the save. Get in, Krellin. Unbelievable. Krellin's not done too bad, to be fair. He's on a 6.6, so he's obviously... It looks like we're losing Stevens, though. Stevens on a 6.3. The only thing that could possibly save him is him getting his contract terminated. Lamptey's got it. Krellin with another nice save. That is lovely by Krellin. I mean, getting the step up from League 2 to the Premier League is a tough one, but these new boys have taken it on the chin and have absolutely just gone for it, and I can't knock him at all. Lamptey is causing us issues, so thank God we're going to be getting Lamptey, because I'm 90% sure if he scored, the fact that he got the goal, he's definitely going to be in the squad. Armstrong, Diallo gets a goal. That is 4 players we have just won from Southampton. We will unfortunately be losing one of them, which will be Stevens, but what a game we have just had. I was really concerned with the 3 players we had to play of Livermore, Krellin and Kieran Lee. I was very concerned that we were going to lose this game, or maybe even just draw and lose a bunch of players and it just be a high scoring game. But instead what's happened is we've gone away and we've scored 4 goals, caused so much trouble for Brighton, and that's not even with our full strength team. This should be, well, and it will be, an extremely difficult challenge, but even then we are still somehow putting performances in that I'm really proud of, and I can't complain. But if we concede here, Bednarek with some great defending, Smallbone into Danny Ings for his hat-trick. What a goal! That is 5 goals against Brighton. That is 5 players from Brighton and Hove Albion. That is like... You'll probably watch this and not knowing what is going on, given the fact that we have like 3 of our 11 players on the pitch today are not first teamers. They are Championship to League 2 players. We had 2 League 2 players in this side, and we've come out with a 5-1 victory. That was unbelievable. Danny Ings with a hat-trick, DJ with a goal, Diallo with a goal. I cannot complain. Unfortunately, it does mean we will be losing Stevens, but we'll work out who we're going to be gaining in a minute once we've gone through all of this. But I'm so bloody happy with that. I cannot put into words how happy I am with that victory. Like 5 goals against Brighton is unreal, and that just bumps us up to 6th place now. Our goal difference is good, and I can't complain. Unfortunately, it also means that Minamino is out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is a bit annoying, but I'm sure we'll probably find a way around it. I'm going to praise Danny Ings. Of course I'm going to praise Danny Ings. Right, so we're going to look at who we're losing first, get the bad news out the way. And I'm pretty sure we all worked out. This is obviously our first 11. Kieran, Lee and Crennan doing decently. But it does mean that Stevens will be the one leaving us. Stevens has had a really good start. That's probably his worst game so far. And unfortunately for us, that means that he will be going to Brighton and Hove Albion. I mean, out of all the losses, that's probably, for him personally, it's probably the best option. Because if you look at all the other losses we've had, like Romayu's just gone to League 2. So at least he gets to stay in the Premier League. So, you know, unfortunately for Stevens, that is it. But now let's look at Brighton. Here we go. So we're going to be taking 5 players from Brighton. And then I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, so Lamptey, that's 1. Dunk 2. Azete 3. Proper 4. And then we're looking at either March or Veltman are the other 2. So let's get all these out the way first. Lamptey, I'm so happy we've got Lamptey. You have no idea how happy I am we've got Lamptey. That is a huge signing for us. Lamptey, in you go. What a signing. We have just absolutely rinsed Brighton, by the way, of all of their good players. Dunk, an instant replacement for Stevens. We've done almost like a straight swap. Instant replacement. Lewis Dunk, in you come. Happy days. And then so that's 2 players so far. So then we're looking at proper another centre midfielder. We do not need more centre midfielders. I can't stress this enough. But out of all the centre midfielders, he's a bloody good one. His passing is very good. So let's take him in. Bang. There we go. Proper is in the team. Then let's look at everything else. We're looking at Alzate, and this guy's less good. Like looking at the report, he's not got much to him, but he's a signing nonetheless. He increases our squad. In you come, Alzate. So that is 4 players now. If we could have taken anyone off the bench, it would have been McAllister. But we can't take anyone off the bench because those are the rules. So then we're looking at either March or Veltman. So if we look at Veltman, he can play right, he can play centre. He's decent, very decent. And then we compare with... I probably will do a comparison between the 2. We'll look at March. See, March is very different. March plays a very different position, and we compare with Veltman. And you're looking at the 2, they both would be useful signings. March is being looked at by... They're just very similar style players, like, in terms of the stuff about them. Question is, do I need a defender or do I need a winger? And right now, I probably would need a left-sided winger, given the fact that Thingy will be gone. So I will go with March for this one. Why the hell not? Let's go with March. You guys will probably disagree with me, but I'm going to take March into the club. I just felt like Veltman wasn't needed. I felt like we got enough depth there. I probably don't have enough depth there. That's probably a mistake by me. But... that's most definitely a mistake by me. But I just feel like we haven't... we got a lot of right-sided attacking midfielders. We not got many left-sided. So Armstrong drops his concern over the sale of Romayu because he feels like Proper was a suitable replacement. How in the world am I getting rid of all the issues here? The club vision, probably, if we look at the transfer activity, look at all of this. That's actually quite funny. But we got so many players, it's ridiculous. Let's go into the squad. Let's do squad registration, auto select. The fact that we just won 4 players and somehow our squad is nowhere near big enough still. But yeah, we're gonna go into this Liverpool game, which is in 3 days' time. I'm going to see how many of those guys I can get into the squad. The likelihood is there won't be many. A lot of them will be cup-tied, which would mean that they would have to play against Wolves. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'll sort it all out. I'll see you at the Liverpool game. Right, so I've done the team and it is weird. We have got McCarthy in goal. We've got Ramsey on the right, Bednarek and Salisu in the middle, with Morris as left back. Then we've got Diallo, Proper and Smallbone in midfield. The only Brighton player that is not cup-tied was Proper or whatever his name is. He's the only one. Which means in our next game, we have to play the other 4 members of Brighton, plus whoever we possibly win in this game. So it probably won't even be a Southampton team that turns up. Then we've got Nathan Teller on the right, and we've got one of the youngsters in Fedel Ross Lang. He's a decent youngster, and the other reasoning is we have virtually no one at left wing anymore, except from DJ. And I'm not risking DJ. Not a chance. And then Che Adams up top, who has been on form in the Carabao Cup so far, so hopefully he can carry it on. So yeah, that's the team. On the bench is extremely strong with Bertrand, DJ, Ings and Armstrong on there, as well as OK, as well as a youngster as well. These 2 are still yet to feature, but it's because there's just no chance of me actually fitting them in. So let's try and not lose all 11 players. Right, who can we possibly win from Liverpool? That is the big question. And oh boy, am I excited. So we can win Adrian, Alexander Arnold, which would be incredible. Gomez, Ben Davies, Teskamas, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, Shaqiri, Jota, please Jota, and Origi. Oh boy, I can win any one of them. What a team that is. Please just nick a couple of players. That's all I want. I don't mind if we lose a couple of our youngsters. Just win a few. Oh, it's moments like in this game, in this save, they are going to be crucial. Is can we win players off the big teams? We didn't win any off Arsenal. Can we please win 1 or 2 from Liverpool? Would be amazing. And honestly, the only one is a 0-0 draw. That's the only chance we have of getting of no players swapping is a 0-0 draw, and it only clicked because I'm watching the counter just tick by. And yeah, a 0-0 draw is the only way no players switch, but I can't imagine with the team I've put out that no players will be switching. As Smallbone gets it out, they've hit the bar already. Can we please just not... Oh, just please do something. Highlight over. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm nervous about this game. Oh my god, please stop. Fabinho from distance into Shaqiri from distance. Fabinho from distance into Shaqiri. Shaqiri's through. Shaqiri's scored. That's Shaqiri's first goal of the season. We are losing a player. I don't really know what to do because I'm expecting to just get absolutely battered here. Is what I'm expecting. Yeah, this is not going to end very well, is it? Oh boy. So tight. Can we not? Oh, go on! Proper. Oh, piss off. Oh, that's just a joke. That's just an absolute joke. Ross Lang. Oh my god, Keita. Thank you, McCarthy. Thank you so much. Jesus bloody Christ. Alright, we're going 1-0 down. It could be worse, I guess. I'm going to see what I can do. Because I haven't really changed my set pieces or anything for this game, so I might change something there and just hope that we do get something. I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets and say I'm not happy. Hopefully that encourages them to press forward, because at the moment they're going to be taking my best player, which at this moment in time is McCarthy. So I don't want that. Alright, so we're into the second half. There wasn't really much to change at all. I'm just hoping we can just nick a goal, just one. That was awful. Morris had an amazing assist in the last game, if I remember correctly. Adrian loops the ball forwards into Origi. That's Route 1 football at its finest. How have we been caught out by Route 1 football? That's a disgrace. By Liverpool. Like, Liverpool don't play Route 1 football. Demand more. I want more from this team. Give me something. Just give me a goal. I don't want to just sit here and moan for the next... Oh my God. There are moments in Football Manager where you just watch your team play awfully, and this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? I could just see it a mile off. We're just not really closing them down. We're not putting in tackles. We're lackluster. And I knew we were going to lose, but this is just embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. What do I do? Right, I'm obviously going to take off Lang. God knows. God knows what I'm going to do here. Put on Bertrand. I hope those two changes do something. Fucking hell. We're getting battered. Every time we face a good side, we're getting battered. I don't even know what to say to them. Demand more again. I mean, it hasn't properly gone through. But it just looks like we're going to concede again. Diallo. For Ben Davis. I swear to God, this is just... Please don't concede 4. Where's our closing down? We're just so lackluster in this game. Arnold's through. Origi, Wijnaldum. Goal. It's offside by the looks of it, but this is just embarrassing. It is literally an embarrassment watching games like this on Football Manager. I don't really care. Right, we're gonna bring on Ings and hope for the best. You know, obviously we could have started them, but likely it is we would have lost them. Wijnaldum's just... Oh, fuck off. Seriously, man. This is just horrible to watch. What the hell do we do to this? We're not pressing them. We're not doing that at all. I don't even know. I really don't. There is literally nothing in my instructions to say what they are doing. Literally nothing. The only thing could be tighter marking. That is the only thing I could possibly put in that would save my bacon. Because Wijnaldum just goes through. No one closes him down. Goal. Done. We're losing 4. We've won 5 this episode, and it looks like we're probably going to end up losing 5 as well. Which is not good, because that means we're going to lose a lot of our players, like decent players. Not our best players, but decent ones. If we could just get a goal. Just get a goal. Danny Ings. Yes! We've won a player! We've won a player from Liverpool. Right, that's what I wanted. I don't mind losing a couple if we at least put in a performance, right? Because the likelihood is we're going to lose quite a few players here. We're going to lose our goalkeeper, etc., etc. You know, if we can win one of their players and it's going to be their worst performing player, don't get me wrong, but there's a possibility that could be someone good. And, you know, why not? Why can't we have, you know, win someone good today? Why can't we just have a really good match? And, like, possibly, why was my player running away from that ball? Go on, tackle him. No, not a penalty, you twat! I swear to fucking God. What is wrong with these players in this game, in this episode? Well, not episode, but in this one match. Honestly, I bloody hope you go off to Liverpool now. I bloody hope. Missed the penalty. I can't afford to lose 5. I can't afford to lose 5. I can't afford to lose 5.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That is 2 5-1s today. And we're going to be losing a lot of players. That is embarrassing, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've not had a defeat like that in a very long time on Football Manager. And I mean a long time. So that's 2 5-1s today. That means we're also out of the Carabao Cup now, so there's no worries about cup ties or anything like that we've had before. Right, shall we get the bad news out of the way first, shall we? So, we're losing our 5 best players, which is Teller, Smallbone, McCarthy, Bednarek, Diallo? By the looks of that, I mean, that's made my life a little bit easy. So, Teller, I think that was his, like, second game, I think. You're off to Liverpool, mate. Move to another club. Yeah, you're Liver. No, not Liver. Liver. Right, Liverpool. Perfect. You're off to Liverpool. Bye-bye. That's 1 down. Bloody hell. Smallbone. We thought we lost you ages ago. You came back heroically, and you're gone again. There we go. Bye, Smallbone. So then we're looking at McCarthy, who we couldn't afford to lose, and we just did. McCarthy to Liverpool. Bye-bye. Bednarek, which is a huge loss for us. That's both of our centre-backs lost. In 2 matches, we just lost both of our centre-backs. Bednarek, gone. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is actually Diallo, isn't it? Diallo's going to Liverpool as well. Bye-bye. Off you go. Right. So that is all 5 of my players. Who am I winning? Their worst rated player. Oh boy. I get the choice between Diogo Jota. Oh my god. Or I get the choice of Alexander Arnold. Oh my god. I think we know who it's gotta be. It's gotta be Arnold, right? It's gotta be Arnold. You're thinking it's Trent, and we've just lost our both of our centre backs in this episode. We need to shore up that defence a little bit. We've just won Lamptey though. But then again, do we need anything on the wings? We haven't really lost that much up top. We haven't lost many of our best players up top. I think it's got to be Arnold. We can't pass up the opportunity to get Alexander Arnold into the club. We've just won Alexander Arnold. What a bloody time to be alive. However, that does muck up a lot in terms of all of this bollocks. And registration, we've just gone down again, but Alexander Arnold is in. Which means for the next episode, we've got to play Lamptey, Dunk, Alzate, March, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Woo! Like, having that man in our team's going to help so bloody much. You know, it could have been Jota. I just feel like we've got more options up there. And I feel like shoring up that defence needs to happen now, especially with losing so many in our defence. So, that brings us to the end of that episode. We've got no cup draws to worry about anymore until January, so we can just race through now. We've got Wolves and Leeds are our two players, or our two games in next episode, right with an international break in the middle as well. Hopefully we win some players back, but you just never know with this save. We've had 2 5-1s today. It's been an eventful episode, probably a long one as well because of the amount of goals in it. But yeah, welcome back to Give and Take. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button to tell me that you're enjoying it. Comment down below anything you want about the craziness of this episode. Would you have picked March, or would you have picked the other guy? I can't remember his bloody name. Or and the same for the Liverpool one. Would you have picked Arnold like I did, or would you have picked Diogo Jota? It's up to you lot. Put that down in the comments down below. What would have you done? I'm really intrigued actually. If you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this, and I shall see all of you in the next episode. See ya.